So occasionally, sometimes what I'll do to kind of offset my starts and stops is I'll actually swap. Typically I start from my left side, my easy side. About halfway through the pipe or whatever, usually I'll swap for a couple beads. And it offsets the starts and stops. It makes it look a lot nicer, a lot more uniform. Maybe. All right, go ahead and knock our slag off. Kind of getting a little bit of that high spot again on the bottom. Probably go ahead here after we finish this pass and knock it down again with the grinder. Yeah, the high spot's not really all that bad, but it is there. All right. So I'll actually just go back to starting on the easy side here from this bead. All right, we're starting to fill up pretty nicely here. Be coming into the home stretch on this pipe before too long. It's one thing about a super coupon is they are a lot of work. You end up with quite a lot of welds in them. Such a little pipe, but the bevels are so deep. Uh-oh. Sticky rod. All right. The ever elusive slag saw that I always lose. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw another layer of fill beads in there. It's just gonna make capping it a lot easier on me. I'm not gonna have to, you know, try to sit on it so long to fill it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch over to 3/32 rods. What that allows me to do is, you know, choose how fast and how slow I'm going, to where if I put them in with 1/8 inch, I'm gonna have to move pretty quick. All right, nice and cleaned up now. This will be the final fill. As you can see, I'm staying off the bottom bevel. So I like where the bottom bevel's sitting as far as where it's filled. Because 6G is same as the 2G. We want to leave ourselves that little shelf to shove that bead up in there. That way it doesn't cold roll out on us. So I actually ran up above the bevel. That way when I come back with my 1/8 inch rod, I got a nice shelf to go ahead and shove that bead on. The 3/32 was definitely the right choice in this situation. All right. Back up there towards the top again. All right. All right, and I'll throw one more fill bead in there. And then it'll be time for us to start capping it out. All right. Really is filling up to just be about the perfect level of fill that you would want coming into this weld. little high spot there on the bottom, but go ahead and skim grind that down before we go ahead and start the cap. All right, so that concludes our filling. Can now go ahead and clean this up. Go ahead and swap our grinding wheels out. All right, start putting the cap on it now. Should take 3 to 4 beads for the cap. About 125 is where I like it. And that first one, I'm just going nice and slow, following that bevel line, that little shelf I left myself, and just really letting that thing paint itself on there. All right. So we got our first cap bead put on there. It's on there nice and clean. We'll go ahead and we'll get the second one put on, or the other half of the first one. Alrighty, so that's the first bead. All right, we're gonna jump right back into it, finish this cap out. Notice I've switched back to a 3/32 rod. What comes with a cap for me, in my opinion, on 2-inch pipe, I think the 3/32 is, it's where it's at. Runs a little smoother, restarts are a little cleaner. It doesn't put as much heat. There we go. We got the slag falling off the weld, so we know our heat's set just about perfect. All right, that puts our first cap bead in the books. Probably a few more to go. Nice and cleaned up. Probably looking at least a 4 to 5 bead cap. Go ahead and clean our wire wheel. All right, continue on capping. Oh, I did that one wrong. Alrighty. Getting ready to finish up the second cap bead. That's interesting enough. All right, moving on to our third cap bead. Do y'all want me to finish out both sides of this, or you just, I mean, how long has this video been going?
You are at 49 minutes right now.
So you want me to go ahead and finish both sides then?
What?
Or you just want me to cap out one side of it and we can say for video purposes?
I wouldn't even say that. I just, you know, how would it look? Yeah, I don't think we need to
Cap both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say just with the one. That's what we did with the last heavy wall.
Yeah, just say,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just pretend that it's all, that's what I was thinking, or just fold it up and just show the one side you finished, Brian, and then just say, and there's your super duper cap coupon.
Sounds good to me because my back is freaking killing me. All right, moving right along here. Couple more beads to go. Thing's really starting to come out pretty nice. Typically, if you were doing this coupon for a weld test or out in the field, you'd really want to let this thing cool down. The only reason I'm not doing it is for the sake of this video and timing. I mean, a piece of metal this thick does take some time to cool it down. Coming along pretty nice now. All right, go ahead and get this all cleaned up. So for the final bead, because it's so small where I need it, I'll go ahead and I'll swap back to a 3/32, turn my heat down, about 83, and just run it nice and smooth and make sure I don't create any more undercut. All right, so that's a 60-10, 70-18 super coupon. As you can see, we got 2, 4, 5 cap beads on there. See how we're all nice and tied together, real nice and uniform. You know, we don't have any arc strikes all over the pipe. Our restarts are staggered enough. You know, looks pretty good. So if you'd like to learn how to do this, either watch the video or come see us at Tulsa Welding School, Jacksonville. Thank you.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something today. And if you want to stay up to date and get tips and tricks to become a better welder, then subscribe to our channel. And if you would like to learn even more right now, click on our video. Thank you and we'll see you next time.